Hey there, crafty peeps, it's Rhonda from Rhonda World 365. I'm back with another video to share with you. Now this one is for a private swap that I did with one of the ladies that I was doing, that I did a Junk Journal Junkie swap with. And um, right now I'm not really sure what's going to go on with that. I'm not, she had some things going on in her life, so I'm not going to say who it was yet because I'm not positive we're going to complete that part of it, but I do want to share the journal with you because I finished it, and so we'll go on to that part. And now I went with a steampunk theme journal, and we had decided on a 4x6 journal. So this is a smaller little journal than what I had been making, and I've given it some little corner adornments, and that's my little journal lady. I really love her. She's all steampunk art. This is all Mod Podge, so it's nice and sealed on there. These little guys, they are metal, and they're actual little metal gears. I got them off Wish. I think I paid maybe $3, and that includes shipping, for a little baggie of gears, and so I did have that, and I do have a die that makes paper gears too, which you'll see because I've used a lot, because steampunk is all about the gears. The spine, I think, is about 1.5 inches to 1 3/4 width, and it is a hard cover. And but that spine itself is it was a kind of a iridescent. There's raised areas or embossed areas, and it's got glitter, and so that's the paper, not necessarily me. And again, corner adornments. And I went with this clock theme with the different colors, kind of darks, greens, reds, browns, in the pages there. The only thing that I did to embellish the papers on this portion was I used a gold wax. So you're going to see that throughout the book where I did use that, kind of to keep it in theme with metal, metallics, that kind of a theme. Now, I had a little trouble. As you can see here, it's quite chunk-a-dunk. I had a little trouble with overstuffing this because I've made so much, and this isn't even, sadly, all of my stuffings. I've got a whole nother little envelope full of stuffings here. I'm not even going to go into that right now. And I've made, I made a lot, and I still may not even include all of these. But I just wanted to show you, for continuity's sake, what I've created. Now this, I'm not certain what I'm doing with this closure, the end of it, because I did want to use all 3 of these colors. I used that lace, the gold, and then the brown organza. And I'm really liking it, but I'm not certain that I want to leave this huge tail. But that tail does allow for, if you want to expand the clasp. And I did use one of these little clip clasps, and then on the little closure, or the little toggle end there is a I've got this little heart locket and key. It's a dangle. So, and then you just unclip to go inside. And you could, as I said, expand it out or shrink it up, whatever you need to do. So on the inside, the very first page, I've created a little tri-fold pocket, or 3-layer pocket. So in the top, it's a shorter layer. I made this little tiny envelope, and inside the envelope I've included this little card. It's one of those Tim Holtz ephemera cards. The envelope, of course, is handmade. I made that myself. It just goes right there. The second pocket is housing this this little journaling card, and on the back I've put that. Made it look like that. And then the third pocket down here is housing 3 little tags. Well, the first one is a mason jar punch turned into a tag. So that would be something you journal on. Then there's a little tiny tag. And then this one here is the last tag. So those just all fit in like so. And then we've got the clock here, and it says amazing time. And that was kind of my theme, was amazing time or amazing journey. So this, oops, sorry guys. Oh, I'm pulling things out. The first page here has a paper clip on it. It's a embellished or altered paper clip, and the paper clip looks like this. So it's got this guy with wings, and it's got the button and then the little gears, and those are the gears that I have a die cut for, and I've done them in like mirror paper and metallic papers and things like that. And then let me just get to this part here. And the page itself looks a little like this. It says collection, and there's signatures on it and things like that. And then I made this journaling card, which is what I've stuck behind the altered paperclip. And it says World Travel. And I got some of these printouts from Free Printables and DigiKit and whatever. And so that's a little journaling card that's all steampunky. And this page, or this next one, is I've sewn this tuck spot in, and behind the tuck spot I've included a tag, and I've made a few of these giant tags throughout, and I did not put anything on them because they were already so embellished as it was. I figured somebody else could, you know, embellish on their own. I don't know. I may include something in these little holes yet, but I have not decided. So if you look here, there's some lace included, and she's definitely a steampunk lady with her geared up bracelets and her necklace and everything. And then I've added some of these little gears that are my paper punch, you know, my whole die cuts or whatever. And she's just glued on to this one, and then I've went around it and sewed around it. So definitely a very interesting little tag. This paper, journaling paper, it says listen to truth. I do apologize for that. So you've got a lace punch here. Everything's distressed, and like I said, I distressed also not only with inks, but also with that metallic or the gold wax. There's some washi tape here included. I made I have a die cut that makes these, what do you call them, little, oh heck, sorry, pockets, and corner punched that and everything. I made that die cut pocket, and this says imagine with a tag, and the tag opens up for journaling space. Go ahead and set that in there. This side's a postcard, or postcard stamp, a little tag in the book, and then down here this is a little tuck spot created, and it says this life is mine, and it's got the little gears on it and everything. I made that out of a scallop punch. You just you know, fold it in half, glue a little bit, and then you glue it down to the page from the back side. This is another one of those large what do you call them, tags that I made. Again, it doesn't have the, because I with all the little tags, I did put ribbon on it, but these ones I did not yet. So that is the, I chose not to sew right through that, because I kind of layered that up quite a bit, and then also right in the line of sewing is this brad, and I didn't want to obstruct that. So I did not sew right there. And I did leave some fringe on a lot of these because I thought, you know, the vintage look, the shabby look, and the steampunk and all that, I'm thinking, yeah, they would have threadbare things. things to do and a little key. And then here is a corner tuck spot, altered book page. Every day is a second chance. We got the clocks and the gears and the tag, the little moon. The next page is no dreamer is ever too small, no dream ever too big, with a little looks like a postage mark. Over here we've got the incomplete maze, or the broken maze, along with there's a little clock behind there and some gears, and this is a tuck spot zone with a tag behind that for journaling. This page has a little stamp on it, and you can see where I sewn that other tuck spot in. The little butterfly moves. I've attached this bulb safety pin on, and then the butterfly has a hole punched through him, and it was laid on there so that that little butterfly can be moved back and forth. There's a little card here. It's like almost like a fake tarot card, journaling card. This one's time. The key. And then this is the center of the signature. I've created an envelope to hide my stitching. And in the envelope I've included a little mini fold booklet type thing. And then this one is a booklet as well. And it's embossed gears, and it's just, you know, like a pad of paper type thing, and it's pamphlet stitched together, so it's kind of neat looking, just little add-in. Then behind that on this page is another paper clip, but it's like a bow tie paper clip, and I used the postage stamp again on a piece of Tim Holtz paper, so it's double-sided. Kind of came out really neat looking, so I was really liking that. This page here has a little man. That's a Tim Holtz stamp too. Life is too short to wait. And then behind it I sewed in this just right there, because you can tuck something behind that if you'd like. I sewed that. I did stamp on this this pocket. Again, I created the pocket with some gears. I stamped, as you can see, that like skeleton guy. He kind of just looks neat in there, and those two are just tucked right in. This is the inverse impression of the broken maze. This is what comes out when the maze comes out. This is what was left, and I just really liked it. I was like, oh, I could use that as a tuck spot. You know, it just looks like time travel-y to me. A tag. You open it up, there's journaling space and a little stamp. So there's journaling space all over on that. And then on this side we've got an envelope, or a coin envelope, and this says life's journey has many paths. That's a tag, you can tuck it right in there. And then inside the envelope I've created tickets. So they're little journaling tickets, and they say little things like this first one says never give up, this one says it goes on, and that one says dream. And then there's a key, a gear, and a crown. That just tucks right on back into there, and this little thing is held with that. It's not a button, but it was a die that creates buttons. And so, I mean, it looks like a button, you know, and I did use twine in there, so it looks like a button. There's a little motorcycle, and then there's gears on this page and some washi tape. Another one of those, that's the other tag laid in there for journaling. It's a journal card in the tuck spot, corner tuck spot sewed in. That's again an altered book page. And then we've got, I used one of the tags that I had made to be a tuck spot up at the top. And I made this journaling card, Bits and Pieces of Life. And it's one of the steampunk hats. That's a cute little journaling card, just tucks right up in there. Another page you know, journaling paper with the punch, the lace punch, postage stamp, or postage mark, sorry, not stamp. This says Journey, and it's a belly band with a tag. And that's the end of the first signature. This is the last page. It says imperfection is beautiful. And a butterfly. Okay, so this is the next page. Now, this is a, let me make sure that it's not, okay. So this is another one of the altered paper clips that I've made. So it says explore, and it's got kind of a cameo thing here and some gears again, and it just get that on there. It just slides down in there. There we go. And this is a tag that opens up for journaling. It slides right up behind that. And on this page it says, to live well will be an awfully big adventure. And then behind that, I've sewn in a tuck spot, another tuck spot with one of those girls. She's definitely a steampunk girl with her little gear body and everything. And then behind that, I've included another one of those neat tags. It says, escape the ordinary. And we've got this girl, and she's kind of like in battle gear, but still steampunk, full fashion. I've got two different kinds of lace here at the bottom, and it's all sewn. So that's another one of those embellished, very embellished tags, I should say. This locket here is a die, and it says, do small things with great love. And I have made this little locket into a tuck spot for a very tiny tag, and then also for a little journaling card there. Just tuck those little guys back in there. Again with the lace punch, more washi tape. Another one of those tuck spots made with a tag. And then up there I've tucked this little window frame, and it's stamped with a bird cage on the back because there's a little bird on the front. Looks like he kind of escaped. There's a little sticker here with some books and just all kinds of things, and it looks like an old camera and things like that, so that kind of looked steampunky to me. Live with intention, and there's a stopwatch there. Another one of these tickets, journaling, and then we've got this page here is got washi tape, and it says statement. That is statement paper, you know, for like a business, more like accounts receivable, accounts payable type thing. Here we go. I've created a journaling tuck spot. I really liked this picture. It was one of the printable kits I got, and I put stamped Journey there, and I sewed that in. And this tag behind it has the worlds on it, and that is a Tim Holtz paper, and I just liked the way that it looked, and it's got that blue behind it. It's really pretty. A little dark, but still kind of seemed neat with that little balloon ship there. So then on this side it says color outside the lines once in a while, and then we've got like some sort of doubloon. And then over here we've got a miniature postcard, a little postage stamp, and washi tape. Another tuck spot made with a guy in a motorcycle type, and this one was a cannibalized, you know, book items and things like that, or you know, I find them on wherever I find them, and so I cut him out and put him on there, and this is a tag, and excuse me, sorry, the tag has a card there, or I mean has a car on it, and the tag has like this gold flourishy effect to it. It's like kind of a golds and browns. And I tried to keep in theme with metallics and things like that. This page here has a little stamped image for writing block. And then we're at the center of the second signature. There are 3 signatures in here. And I think each signature is about 7 pages. So then we have, oh no, each signature is about 5 to 6 pages. Another one of those cards, the mask, journaling card. We've got the gears there. And then another one of those little flip books. And then this one is just another tag. And it's, you know, you open it up for journaling. These are like, I heard somebody once refer to those kind of tags as Hermelinda tags. And that is the person that I know that does these too. So Hermelinda Z. Aguilar, she does this, and she's on Facebook, and she's got tons and tons of videos. Her tendency is more towards spiritual, but I would recommend you check her out. She's really, really good at the sewing and creating the tags. And I mean, her books are just beautiful. They're beautiful, colorful art. There are some vintage in there, but she does like to work with color. And, you know, of course, if you're not a color person, that's okay. You could just take away the, you know, the techniques and things like that too. But I know there is somebody that she was inspired to make those tags from, but I don't remember right now who that was. So anyway, I probably will start using the term Hermelinda tag. So this is another one. It's on a little paper clip that looks like an arrow. And it says, enjoy your journey. And it's got that guy in there, and he's working inside the clock, and that kind of just looks really cool to me. Of course, sewn with, you know, journaling space on the back. This is another one of those tags, altered paper clips. Now I have a bread tag die, and so that's what I've created this altered paper clip with, and a little key. And this was on a piece of paper, and I just really liked it, so I die cut it out, and then there's these little holes all the way around too, because I have the paper die cuts that I have does that as well. And it just kind of came out real cool looking. So I'll go ahead and place this back on. And this I just slid right up behind there. And there's a clock. On this side is another envelope. Behind the envelope there's a little tuck spot with a tag and a flourish. The envelope opens up, and I've got one of these mason jars in it. I think my husband might be home, so if you hear the dogs, they're happy about him. Notes. So it says notes, notes, notes all the way across. Tag, tickets again. And then I've got the teacup, the bird, and the butterfly. Shh. Alright. And then on this page is a violin and the washi tape. Little tag sticker. The unfinished maze is just half of it, and I did ink in there to give it kind of a drawn effect. This tag is a Hermelinda tag, opens up with a chair stamp. And then this is a die punch of a Ferris wheel. It says a perfect moment, and then I added this little journaling ticket behind the Ferris wheel because I thought Ferris wheel ticket. The rest of the statement sheet, as you can hear, my dog is really excited because my husband got home from work. So epic. So this is another one of those scallop punches that creates a little tuck spot with the ticket, and this is a Hermelinda ticket, or tag, excuse me, as well. It opens up like that, stamped with a flourish. And then there's another ticket right there. Journaling page. There is a sticker here. I did sew through it, but I thought that looked, you know, kind of threadbare again, and kind of vintagey, and I just thought it was kind of cute. But it did serve a purpose. Of course, I've sewed around this this envelope here. Now you can tuck something behind the envelope. I have not, but there is a room to tuck something. I did have to remove some of the ephemera that I made. This says "Be a Dreamer," and in there is stamped a hot air balloon, and I've some of the unfinished mazes right there. And then a Hermelinda tag opens up for journaling right in that little pocket there. It's of course an altered book page. Another tea dyed. These are all tea dyed. All these plain sheets are tea dyed or coffee dyed, and hole punch. They're lace punched. Sticker right here, and then I used a belly band here, and I went over this, and there's some gears I put in, and there's golds right there, and then I've included this little journaling card, and then that tag for this particular page. And this is the last page of the second signature. It says, "Cherish what makes you unique," and there's another little key. And this is just a simple extra like organza ribbons and just different colored ribbons and things like that that I thought looked kind of cool, and I put them onto a black paper clip. We've got another Hermelinda tag here with a key inside the key paper, and then this flips. Another one of those tuck spots, and it's got the guy, and I put 1900 here. It just kind of looked cool. And I've seen a lot of things that are steampunk that reference 1900. I'm not certain as to the reference quality there, but I have seen it, so I was just adding it. Now on this tag, I did add this little saying. I cut out the clock and everything, and it says, "Steampunk is an eclectic world of clocks. It is romance. It is adventure. Ether Emporium." And that was just the whole saying from the book. Now, I'm not selling this or anything like that, and it's definitely not my work or anything like that. I don't want to put that out there at all. I did, I cannibalized a book, and it just kind of looked really cool to me, and so that's why I added that. And then up here, I stamped a image of a like a frame, and then inside the frame I added the cameo face from the die cut that I made, because I have that cameo die cut. Well, it creates a little image person there too, so I added that along with some gears and some lace at the bottom. And if you flip, it's all for journaling. This page here says, "Take the road less traveled." Lace stamp, or lace punch, sorry. And a little bit of washi tape here. And then this pocket was, again, an altered book pocket. I've used another one of the stopwatch punches, some gears, and we have this really pretty red paper to make a tag. And this gears on the back too. I did go into some detail on quite a bit of these. Now this is, I had used that punch earlier on one of the pockets. That's the, or I mean not that punch, the stamp. So that's the stamp. It's like Dance Macabre, and it's got the little, if you will, widow's son skeleton, and the broken umbrella. It's just really kind of cute. And on these tags, I cut them down to be a little thinner, and then I went, instead of giving those the organza ribbon tassel at the end, I made it kind of like a tab. So they were just a smidge different. This one says, "Life's a journey," and it's got another one of those scallop punches that's turned into a tuck spot, folded in half. Little tag, and if you can see here, these are kind of like little leathery discs. I got that for like $1 at Joann, It's like a trim piece, you know, trim pieces or whatever. I just thought it was kind of cool looking, so I added it to a few different tags. Now in here it says laugh often and much with a key at the top. Over here we've got another one of those coin envelopes, and it's kind of like blues and gold. And I got these stickers from Wish, and there's a whole pack, and just like that bunny stood out to me. He's got the whole, you know, steampunk thing going on there. So I've used this as the closure, this layered up gears punches. New destination. There's a tuck spot right behind it that I've created with a little flourish stamp tag. And then inside, okay, there's one, and I think there's two things in here. Yes, there is. Ooh, and I pushed it down. Let me grab in there 1 second. I didn't mean to do that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that out for you guys. Aw, rats. Okay, I think I got it. Oh dear. I do. Okay, so it's this lady, and she's in a bee costume. It's just a little tiny journaling card, and then the number 3 in like a film type border. It's a journaling card, and it says "You're great," and so I just tucked those two in here. I'm sure I'll lose it again, but it's mostly because it's supposed to be something hidden, you know, so there you have it. A lot of my pages, if you'll notice, have these corner punches. Nothing is left untouched. Greatness is made up of little things, and then in here, this is a little stamp, but it looks like somebody's writing a letter. This butterfly was a regular butterfly die, and let me pull this from behind. This is a regular butterfly die, and then as you can see, I went through and put some gears in over here to give it kind of that whole steampunk look. And then this is another Hermelinda tag with a little elephant on the inside, kind of a sneaky little elephant. This side has the hot air balloon. It says, do more of what makes you happy. The center of this last signature. This card is the death card, Mortalia. And it is obviously fake. It's not a real tarot card, but it's just cute. Then I did this owl embellishment with those metal, actual metal gears. And the reason the owl looks like this, like a little glossy, is because I used a crystal clear glaze to glossy it up, but I don't think I used enough because there's still, excuse me, I got my throat was caught. Sorry, there's still like some thin spots, so I didn't quite use enough. And then here we've got another Hermelinda tag with a frog. I just thought the frog was kind of cool. And since we have, you know, elephants and owls and stuff, I added the frog. So then we've got this page here, which is another little mini book. Put it in there. And then this is the treble clef paper clip, and I've made a little notepad. It says life is beautiful, and it's got the butterfly, and then there's washi tape up the top and the bottom. Each page is like that, and it's 4 pages deep. So that's the little notepad. And then on this side again, I've done the, ooh, I pulled all the paper there. Alright, on this side again, I've done the postcard stamp. And then this is another altered paper clip. I'm going to go ahead and pull that off first. Alright, so I've used a little wooden butterfly, and I've inked him, and then I went over him with that gold wax, and then I added some gears to the side of him. There's lace around it. It says, life's too short to wait. Then this tag I created, I fussy cut out this little hand ornament wrist guard, and then these are, again, of course, the gears, some washi tape, and then a little key. So that's that tag. And the altered paper clip just slides on the side. Now this was a black paper clip, and I have, I'll pull it up here. I've added some of the gold wax so it takes on a metallic look. Just for good measure. Oh, you know what? I didn't even clip this little guy to the page. There we go. He's on. So anyway, sewed in here. That's a corner tuck spot. And I use kind of this is a frame. It's a punch, but it kind of punches out a frame, and I kind of use that to overlay. And this is a paper that I had created a tag from, a butterfly. I did leave, like I said, some of the thread barren aspects here. I thought vintage, you know, steampunk threads, things like that. And the rest of that sewing is to sew this side in. And this is another one of those girls I cannibalized from a book. I suppose that's probably not the best way to say that, but I just thought she looked kind of cool, and I added some gears to it and then went around the back. And this one is one of those Hermelinda tags, but it's also, like, you know, metallic-y. This page says, do something wild. Oh, it's the Eiffel Tower. And over here, some gears and some washi tape. Another one of those tags, but with the tab, not the tassel on the end. Upper corner tuck with some gears and a 10. This says 7. It's a little journaling card. The edges are distressed with the gold. And this is the one of the bread tags. I did make that. Last time I made that paper clip out of that. So the bread tag, I've also used it as a journaling card on this particular tuck spot with the 7. Okay, this says, this life belongs to, and the hand points up that way, and you can write something right there. This flips up for journaling, and then it's got a little side tuck with this little tiny tag, and so that tiny tag has a little hot air balloon, and I slide that back in. So then we've got more of the lace punch, a little keyhole lock, and then a key. Over here is a another belly band, and I've added to the center here, and this one moves because it is pinned here by that brad, so those are gears that move. And it's a belly band with a Hermelinda tag with a postage stamp and a flourish for journaling. And then there's another one of those embellishments that I made. This is the back page. I didn't do anything else here. It was very busy anyway, and just beautiful, so I left as is, except I did add this little embellishment, which has those metallic, those metal gears, and they're glued in, and I did use that crystal clear glue, but again, I didn't use enough, I don't think, on the edges. I probably should have gone a little deeper, but it would have taken longer. This is the back page. I've created a little pocket, and it says amazing. And then I created this. I thought this was really cute. It's a mini folder, a mini file folder, and it says, the journey is the start of the adventure. There's a little globe, and in front of it is some of these gears. Inside, this little timepiece, and then this is a envelope. Inside the envelope, you'll find a card, an ephemera card. It's one of those Tim Holtz ephemera pieces, and the envelope just folds right into there. And then I turned it backwards when I placed it into the tuck spot there. This tuck spot, or this pocket, houses this little tiny, I even did pamphlet stitch it, so there has been some intricate work here. And I added that little washi tape and the gear, and it's just a little notepad. So it looks like that. And the back of the file folder has the decoration paper on it too. This is also a little tuck spot, and it says time to travel, because I thought, well, time travel, steampunk, time to travel, it kind of look cool. So that's just tucked into the back there. So this is, and then of course that's the back cover. That's the back cover again. So this is my journal. So that was the steampunk journal that I've created. I have not decided yet I'm not positive what's going to go on with it yet, but I had to get that out there. So I do hope I apologize for how long it is, but I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, keep on crafting. Bye.